Hello everyone, welcome to Musicians Edition Piano Series. My name is Evan. In this video I'm going into advanced tempos to practice rhythm playing in 9/8 and 12/8. Not very common time signatures, but I do come across these every once in a while, and I do want you to be able to play any kind of time signature you come across, so let's get into these. Starting with 9/8, we'll go through a practice sheet and then we'll switch over to 12/8. Before we do start playing, bit of background on these ones. This is going to be compound meters, 9 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and so that means there's 9 beats in one measure for 9/8. And the 8 on the bottom for both of these means that the 8th note counts as one beat. So this means we can fit 9 eighth notes into a measure in 9/8, and then going up we can fit 3 dotted quarter notes in a measure. Dotted quarter notes are worth 3 beats. If we do see regular quarter notes without the dot, those are 2 beats. Half notes would count as 4 beats, and dotted half notes are 6 beats. And that should cover everything we're going to come across, so let's go ahead and practice. Okay, so these are just rhythm sheets. We're just playing one note over and over. It doesn't matter which note you pick. We're just practicing the timing is all for these. So 9/8, you can count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and repeat that for each measure. What's more common to do for 9/8 and 12/8 is to do 1 and 2 and 3 and when it's 12/8 we add a 4 and So for 9/8, 1 and 2 and 3 and is what I'm going to be counting for each of these. If you prefer 1 through 9, you can do that as well too. So we're going to start with the eighth notes and then dotted quarter notes. Then we experience what the dotted half note with the dotted quarter note is going to look like. With their order swap there too. And then we'll practice playing, mixing up these notes together and some rest as well too. So starting off on the first line, let's go ahead and play. So this one's going to be pretty simple because we're just doing these dotted eighth notes here. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and So that's our one beat, each of those. So we fit 9 of those in here. We're going to go on to the second measure. And this is the dotted quarter note, so we can fit 3 of these in. So each of these are going to count out for the 1 and Next one comes in on the number there. So 1 and 2 and 3 and Next measure. So this is going to be a tie here between these. And so this is saying that we're going to hold this throughout the entire measure here, all the way through. And then for the next one, we're doing the same thing. They just reversed it to show you that it can be written either way here. But a tie connecting those, meaning we're holding the note throughout it. So this is how they would show you playing one note through the entire measure here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and Next one, same thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and Okay, so that's it for these. Let's just go on to the second line here. Practice playing a mix of these. Okay, so this one you can see we're starting off with a dotted quarter note that's going to take up the 3 beats, the full 1 and We got eighth notes, so that's going to be 2 and playing on each. And last one is dotted quarter again to finish with 3 and So all together, we can do this. 1 and 2 and 3 and All right, next measure. This one is pretty similar, just with the eighth notes and dotted quarter. So we're playing 6 of these eighth notes, 1 and 2 and finishing off on a dotted quarter, 3 and holding for those last ones. All right, next measure here. So this is going to be a dotted quarter rest, which will take up the full 1 and where we're not going to touch the keys. Next one is 3/8 followed by a dotted quarter note. So all together, we're resting at the start. 1 and coming in here. 2 and 3 and That's it there. Next one, we're going to be playing eighth notes, dotted quarter, eighth notes. That's pretty much been what it's all been here, so this is going to be easy too. 1 and 2 and 3 and All right, next one, dotted quarter, 1 and 3/8, 2 and coming in on that 3 for just a quarter note. That's going to be 2 beats for a 3 and finishing with an eighth note on the A there. Okay, so that last one there, altogether for just this last measure here was 1 and 2 and Okay, let's see if we can play this line all connected together here. I'll slow it down from what I was playing there just so you can keep up with me here. And as you get more comfortable, you can speed up your tempo that you play all these in, but we're going to start off pretty slow. Okay, so I'll count us down with a 9 count here as we go into this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 whew, there we go. All right, so let's go on to our next line here. So this one is going to be a lot of eighth notes, a lot of dotted quarter notes, some just regular quarter notes mixed in there too. We got some rest too. So if we played the previous one, this one shouldn't be as bad, as we're more comfortable with this now. So let's go ahead and start it off. So eighth notes, 1 and dotted quarter, 2 and 3 and okay, easy enough. And 2 dotted quarters followed by a dotted quarter rest. So 1 and 2 and hold for the last. Okay, we got 2 eighth notes, rest, 2 eighth notes, rest, and then 3 eighth notes. So rest come on those A's for those first ones there. 1 and rest, 2 and rest, 3 and All right, next one, 4th measure of this line here. So we're starting off with a regular quarter note. We're going to rest on the and then we're going to do quarter note with a note on the quarter note, note on the Okay, so here it is. 1 and hold, 2 and 3 and And it kind of connects in with this next one here that follows a similar pattern. So we're going to play it through quarter note, 1 and 2 and 3 and rest. All right, this one's not too bad. We can play this one all the way out as well too. So just this third line here, I'll start us in with a 9 counts, and then we can play this all the way through. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 rest. Whew, there we go. We got one more line for this 9/8, then we're going to switch over to 12/8. So for this last line, nothing too crazy yet still. And so this is just eighth notes. There's going to be some ties, there's going to be some rests, then just some dotted quarter notes. We can do this all the way through here. Here we go. So just look out for these ties that we're going to come across. Remember those ties meaning we're holding through that second note. So from the beginning, 1 and 2 and 3 and So really that tied eighth note there gets treated as a quarter note. We're holding it for 2 beats. So we're connecting the values of those 2. So we don't play on the 3. We actually come in on the and. That's right after there. Okay, so remember that with this. We hold through, and we're actually coming in on this and right there. Okay, here it is. 1 and 2 and 3 and There we go. Next one, so we got eighth notes, 3 of them here, quarter rest, then more eighth notes. We can do that. 1 and 2 and 3 and Another tie coming here. Okay, so remember we rest right here for the 2 ands, and we're coming back in on the there. Okay, and this tie here, we're gonna remember to connect through, and then we're really coming in on this and on this measure here. Okay, so I'm going to start from that second measure again so we can see how these connect together since there's the tie in between the measures there. So starting from that second measure again, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and So it's tricky when you don't come down on those actual numbers there. That happens right again here where you're actually resting on the 2, and then you come in again on the and. So similar kind of pattern there. Just at the start of this measure, we're holding through. On this 2, we should be lifting up and resting. And let's start us off going into this last measure with another rest on the 1 and that's dotted quarter rest. Dotted quarter note on the 2, finishing off with 3 eighth notes. We're familiar with those. So this last measure is going to be easy. Here's what that would sound like. 1 and 2 and 3 and Okay, so we can play this last line all together here, then we're going over to 12/8. Okay, so I'll count us in with a 9 count here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 All right, we made it all the way through. We're moving on to 12/8 now. So 12/8, this one is going to be pretty much the same note breakdowns as what we had in 9/8. Just in 12/8, we're going to be using 4 of these 1 and us to fill out all these 12 beats that we have. So bottom number is the same. We're still saying eighth note is 1 beat, and we need 12 of them now instead of 9 to fill up our measures. And so dotted quarter notes are going to be common here again too. We need 4 of them since they're each 3 beats. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and is what fills up our measure. We'll see those dotted half notes every once in a while. Remember, those are going to be 6 beats, filling out a 1 and 2 and If we do see any regular quarter notes, those will be 2 beats just like they were previously. And let's go ahead and do it. So really similar to what 9/8 was. All we're doing is just adding in that extra 4 and So starting off from the beginning, we can just count it out with just practicing with these regular notes, not mixing different kinds together here. So first line, just eighth notes all the way through. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and making up all those. Dotted quarter notes, fill out the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Dotted half notes, take up 6 of these. You only use 2 to fill up a measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and there's a tie between these ones, so this is telling us we're holding it through. This is 1 note for that measure there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Okay, second line, we're just really practicing a lot of the same stuff we already did. We're putting together dotted quarter notes and eighth notes for the most part in this one. We'll add some ties in a bit after this, make it a bit trickier. But this line should be pretty easy if you're good at the 9/8. So we're starting off with dotted quarter, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just alternating there. Back to the eighths, 3 of them. Dotted quarter, holding through, 3/8. Dotted quarter, holding through. Okay, so that's all we're alternating here. Same with this last one here. Let's go ahead and do this one. Eighths to lead it off, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Okay, so we can play this one pretty easy. I don't have to break this down too much. The second line, I'll lead us in just starting off at 4 and to save us some time here as we go into this. Okay, here we go. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and All right, third line here. They're going to make it a bit trickier here. We got more rests. We got more of the mixing kinds of notes. We got a tie in here, so let's go ahead and break this one down a bit more. So we got a rest on the 1. So we're not coming in on the 1. We're coming in on the and right here, that second beat, with 2/8. Playing a dotted quarter on the 2, 2 and waiting on that 3. We're coming in on that and there. So wait on the 3, play on the and then another dotted quarter. So we're just alternating here. So together that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Okay, this one we're familiar with, dotted quarter and eighth notes, then a dotted quarter rest. 1, 2, 3, playing that dotted quarter. 1, 2, 3, then we're resting on the 4. Okay, this next one we got the tie in here. So this tie is going to hold us for a while because it's just starting on an eighth note, but then it's connecting to a dotted quarter. So this is taking up 4 total beats. We're going to play 1 and 2 and then there's the rest on the 3. So we're going to lift up on the 3, coming again on the and 4 and Okay, 3 dotted quarters and then dotted quarter rest there. So that's not going to be a problem. 1 and 2 and 3 and rest and we're done. Okay, so let's play out this third measure all the way through since this one's a bit trickier. I'll lead us in with that 4 and counts, and here we go. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and rest and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and rest, and we're done. Last one, we're gonna do dotted half note. We're gonna mix those in here now with eighths, with dotted quarter. All of them mixed together here. We got ties, so let's go ahead and break this one down. So dotted half is gonna take up half this measure here. So that's gonna be 1 and a 2 and We come in on the 3 right here with that eighth note. Finishing off with dotted quarter, we can play that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and got it. Okay, we got a tie here, so this is gonna make up the 1 and 2. We come again on the and then we play this dotted half on the 3 here to fill out the rest of that. Dotted half again with a tie again. And so that's going to play through the 3. We come in on the and. We're going to do a dotted quarter note there. And then finishing off quarter, eighth, dotted quarter, dotted quarter. Okay, so that 2 is right here. 1, let me make that a 2 for you. And there's our 3. There's our 4. So these are just coming in right before that to lead us into it. Okay, I think we can do this. So I'm going to start us from the beginning. Let's play this one out maybe 2 times here since it's a bit trickier. So starting from the beginning, I'll lead us in with that 4 and a count. And so we're starting off with dotted half note. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 Okay, so that is that one all the way through. Apologies if I went too fast for you. Let's go ahead and do that one more time just to practice it out. This will be our last one for the day, then we're done with our video. So last line, just one more time since it is the hardest one we've done so far. Putting everything together here, all these different kinds of notes. We got ties in here. Let's make sure you got it down. So from the beginning, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4 and we're done. All right, that is it for 9/8 and 12/8. 2 compound times, again, not the most common, but you do come across them in some songs. You always want to be proficient in all the different time signatures so you can pick up a piece, know how to play, and get through it quickly without having to struggle with those times there. All right, stay tuned. We'll be putting up some songs on these compound time signatures so you can play along with us on those. Check out our sight reading series also coming out now. Have fun playing, and see you next time.